If you're a small business owner and you've ever wondered, how do I get capital for my business to scale it, to cover some payroll, whatever it might be, someone who needs funds in their account quick, this is the video for you. Because not only am I going to tell you how to get those funds, the most efficient route for you, I'm going to tell you how to not get screwed over. Because the MCA space, the merchant cash advance space, is a space that is highly, highly saturated and can be really corrupt at times. But there are people in there with good hearts and actually want the best for you. Note, because it's just what's going to happen. Like, you need money in a short turnaround time. People can use that as leverage against you. Be like, well, you need this right now. And that is not what we want. We don't want you to feel like you're over leveraged. We want to give you the power, the leverage back to you so you can figure out, what am I qualifying for? What do these words mean? What is happening? And how can I best be prepared for success? So this video is to set you up for success. This video is for you to figure out what I have power over and what is my current state of my business and what can I qualify for. So all of those things are gonna be laid out in this video today. Let's get right into it. So first things first, when we go into this whole space, these are unsecured loans, which means that we're not going to Chase Bank and having a lot of federally backed guarantees. It's cash. It's people's cash that they're giving you and they're fronting you. And what this means is that they trust you. At the end of the day, this is just a trust conversation. Now there's contracts and a lot of other legal jargon to be said, but it's really, really just about trust. And one of the ways that our lenders find trust with people is that they are going to look at your bank statements. Now, bank statements have a story. Bank statements have a history that they tell, and we're able to look back on those to figure out, okay, what is the story being told in these bank statements? What is happening? Can I tell frequent spending? Can I tell that the person's constantly negative? Am I figuring out that maybe the business has really, really good cash flow and got hit with a bad repair? That's actually a great situation of trust, is we understand there are human beings behind every transaction. This isn't just you're going to turn from some information, it's yes or no, but they're human beings who really care. Like, they want to get you funded, A, because they get paid, and B, because it helps you. Like, those are the reasons why they want to get you funded. It's a business at the end of the day. You need a service. We're trying to provide it at the best, just the best service possible. So we want the story, we want the bank statement. So if you're going to apply for a loan, a business funding, whatever you want to call it, here's something to note, is that the bank statements need to tell a good story. If you're constantly in the negative, if you're constantly overdrafting, if the deposits are one deposit, if you have one client, it doesn't show a lot of trust, because you could lose one client. Like, that could be outside of your control, just like the equipment that broke was outside of your control. And that wouldn't set you up for success. So we want to build, as a business, we want to build a bank statement that tells a positive story, that can convey to somebody that, hey, I'm trustworthy. And this consistency you see, this consistency is going to be paid right back to you. This care that I give my business, I'm going to give the same care to the funds you're going to front me. That's the conversation piece. So that's number one. Number one is bank statements. Number one is getting yourself financially set up to where this makes sense and they're telling a good story. Now, I will say, when we're talking about this narrative, the story we're telling, the things that are the biggest variables are going to be interest rate and payback periods. So, if you don't have as good of a story, quote unquote, we're going to say good story, bad story. Note it like that. It's a good bank account, bad bank account. So if you have a great bank account, you're going to have a better story. On the lending side, we're going to have a better narrative overall, which means you get longer payback periods, lower interest rates. If your story's not as good, it's going to be higher interest rates and lower payback periods. So it could be like 20% over 6 months. Like, it could be something a lot more drastic to an extent. So these are things that you can prep yourself for. Make your story good, make a good story for us, have a good relationship, and then you can start to progress the conversation. Point number 2, find a trustworthy broker. This is a sales business. It's run by sales. Like, you walk into an MCA shop and you think frat bros. Like, that is a constant thought people get. And you get a guy, you get Chad calling you, and Chad's like, "What up, Mr. Dude?" You're not going to feel very trustworthy of that. So you need to be networking and connecting with people that want your best interest, that don't care, that forego. And this is what happens at MCA. This is the exact process, that they will forego their rate to make it make sense, maybe to make it like you're conveying a good story. There is a trustworthy, there's a relationship that's being built. It's very relational, and it's very trust-based, and it's it tells good narrative. Like, these are things we need to note. So when you work with somebody, like them as a person, trust them as a person. I mean, heck, you're getting large amounts of capital from them. You're going to get a lot of funds. You need to trust the person you're working with. It's going to be a very intimate relationship. So find that person and choose them. Do it. And just a quick brief. I have a lending company. It's called CBC Funding. You can go through me and we can get your small business financed today. Like I've been saying this whole video, I'm a business owner myself. I own this podcast studio we're shooting in. I work with co-working spaces. I have a marketing agency. I not only do business funding because I love the space and what it's capable of doing, but I actually own a business. So I really get it. Like I really do. Like the most you could ever do. If you're interested, there's going to be a link in the description of this video. You can click right there and we can start the process. We can start the conversation. And I am super excited to start that connection. Now, point number three really can kind of tie back into point number one. But when we want to talk about your story, if you know that your business is always slow in winter, you should apply for your capital before winter. Because if we see the story, because we don't know you, because we don't have that relationship, I see the story is there's no revenue or there's a decline in revenue, that doesn't look great. It's not something that we really want to see. So we want to see something along the lines of capital. We want to see something along the lines of, business is going upward. There's a lot of deposits. Things are going good. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see the inverse. So that means that if you're going to apply in a busy season, you will get better rates. And then use that capital for your slow season. Use that capital to protect you, to give you that cushion that you're looking for when business is slower. So I hope this video has been beneficial to someone who has watched it. If you're a business owner, I hope this could be the other side of the worry you have. Because if you're someone who's, I've had plenty of times where like I'm a little stressed because my bank account's might be a little lighter, but getting that capital has allowed me to relax. I'm like, okay, I can manage this payment versus my account being low. And this payment's I'm actually able to leverage. That's a whole other thing. We'll talk about in other videos where how can I leverage capital to make me more money? Let's say if I borrow at a 10% interest rate, how can I make back 20%? And if you have a business model that can make back 20%, which you definitely can, and if you continue watching this channel, you will learn how to make back 50%, 100% of every dollar you get. That is a deal. That's a great deal in anyone's book. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I am on my Instagram every day. I will reply to you. I will talk to you. If you have any question about what I talked about today, or want to talk to people who are maybe more of experts or anything, my goal is to just share knowledge. I like sharing knowledge. I like sharing things that I know. I get really excited about it, actually. And if there's something you maybe know that I didn't cover, or something you're like, hey, this is actually a great point, leave a comment. Tell me. I want to know it. So hope you guys had a great time watching this, and talk to you in the next one.